Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar video. This one's going to be all about Avatar Magic the Gathering. First things first, there is a reveal stream happening tomorrow on the official Magic Twitch channel, where they're going to be revealing a lot of the stuff that's kind of leaked out just recently, but we'll get, I guess, card reveals, I suppose, clearer pictures of things, more information than we currently have. But we do actually have a little bit to talk about, which is exciting, and we'll get to that in just a second. To quickly go over the idea is that, again, they've been teasing this for a long time now. August 12th, it's actually at 10 a.m. Pacific. There will be our first look at the Avatar set, where we're getting some card reveals. In this article, again, on the official Magic website, they mentioned that they're going to go over the mechanics of the set, the booster fund treatments, which is basically the different types of alternate art that will be available in the set, as well as what the products are. But we seem to have most of the products at this point in time. And then as a fun other detail, we also know from Comic-Con that apparently there's going to be some Braving the Elements podcast involvement in the reveal stream for Avatar. So I'm guessing Janet and Dante are going to come on and either do some reveals, or they'll have their own segment covering something about the partnership between Wizards and Avatar Studios. So previously, we had the product listings in text form of what all the products were. Now we actually have images for most of them. Interestingly, I don't think we actually have an image of the standard play booster box, but as by virtue of being the odd one out, we'll know what that one is when it finally happens. So yeah, let's get straight into the reveals here. So yeah, I don't really even know where these came from. It's very recent information here, just over the last couple of hours, I think. But you can see here, so this is the collector booster box. So these are very expensive packs. Very expensive packs, as in, I'm pretty sure it's over $50 for one pack. And you'll note there that it's 15 cards in a pack. But the reason they're called collector boosters is that basically, I'm pretty sure like almost every card in the pack is a foil. There are guaranteed slots in each pack for specific like art treatments. You're guaranteed, I think, multiple like rares and stuff like that in these packs. So they're trying to make them super deluxe packs. It doesn't guarantee every pack is, I suppose, worth the money you pay for it, but like if you do want some of the absolute top tier full art cards, these are the packs you're going to be getting. If you do want to just open packs and get the standard versions of cards, you should go for the play booster packs, which of course are much cheaper, and there's 30 packs in a box there. I think with a collector booster box there's only 12 packs in a box. But of course, do the math yourself. If the packs are in or around $50, you know, do the multiplication. I'm pretty sure it's like $600-700 for a collector booster box. So unless you just really love opening up packs and hoping you get really lucky, you might be thinking more about the singles market for individual cards out of collector booster boxes rather than picking up a bunch of these yourself. I know for myself, I'm not really going to be going in on these, but wow. The art on this Avatar State Aang is absolutely incredible. I think it looks super nice. It's clean, but it also has its own unique kind of flair to it. And it just is really, really striking. So I'm not sure what the deal is with this in terms of like what card is this on, because again, we already know we have like an Avatar State Aang card. This is the Brian Konietzko one that's meant to be one of the rarest cards in the set. So with this image, I'm kind of wondering, like, is this the standard art for that Avatar State Aang? But we have to wait and see. So that's the collector booster. Next up, we have the Commander's bundle. Now, this is basically what's listed here as the gift edition bundle. So it's basically just a fancier version of the bundle. Now, we do have an image of the bundle. Let me get to that. That's over here. So the standard bundle has Firelord Ozai on the front. Really cool looking piece of art. That looks unique. It's a different style than we're, I suppose, typically used to. Well, that's cool. The bundle, what is this? This is 9 play booster packs. So 9 standard packs of the Avatar set. You will get at least one promo card, a pack of lands, which is what you need to actually play Magic the Gathering. But of course, you'll be getting the art, the specific avatar art for those lands, including some foil ones in this box as well. Does it say here, actually, if I go into this, what you get? Yeah, so 9 play boosters, 15 regular lands, 15 foil lands, 1 bundle promo card, reference card. You get your oversized spin down life counter, but it'll be an avatar themed one. That's kind of cool. And a setup box. You'll get some cardboard kind of like extras and stuff like that. So this is pretty fun. It's a bundle of packs. So instead of buying packs individually or buy the full booster box, you can get 9 packs in one of these bundles. And this also gives you access to that unique promo card as well, which should be just an alternate art version of one of the cards in the normal set. So you can get that card in the set, but not with that art. So you have to get the bundle if you want that individual art. Going back to this, interestingly, it's called a gift bundle elsewhere, but they're calling it the Commander's Bundle here, meaning that there might be some weirdness to this that we don't know about, but if it is just a gift bundle, what this should be, because you can see on the front it says includes 1 collector booster. This is 9 play booster packs, 1 collector booster, so one of the really high-end packs, and you still get the pack of lands, you still get promo cards and stuff like that. What it says here is 9 play boosters, 1 collector booster, 15 foil lands, 15 regular lands, 5 regular promo cards. You get a themed click wheel, which is basically just one of these dice, but it's in a kind of cardboard wheel where you spin the wheel to change the life rather than relying on holding a dice up, setup box, and so on. So the big thing here is the 5 promo cards versus the 1 promo card. My guess is why it's called a Commander Bundle over a gift bundle is because I'm guessing the 5 promo cards are all legendary creatures, because the whole gimmick of the Commander format in Avatar is that you choose a legendary creature, a basically named character, to be the commander of your deck. And that will be my guess why it's called that, is just that those 5 promo cards are probably going to be, I'm guessing, alternate arts of specific characters. And they might be particularly nice looking. I assume they'll reveal some of this stuff in or around when the stream goes live. So that's the Commander Bundle. I'm guessing when pre-orders go live, the bundles are going to be 2 of the things that maybe go out of stock quickest, just because they'll always make sure they have a decent enough stock of some of the like starter deck style stuff, your standard booster boxes, but these as more gift items might go out of stock a little bit quicker, so just be aware of that. These 2 are super interesting and unique. Let me open this up a little bit better. Wow, that's zoomed in quite a lot. So yeah, I'll focus on this one here. So you can see here we have Tea Time at the Jasmine Dragon. And yeah, what these are, there's 2 different versions. It's effectively the same product, just 2 alternate versions of it. You get 3 play booster packs in each of these. You get 6 full art cards and 6 art cards that are effectively the same. It just means you get the same card clean, and then you get the same card with rules text on it, basically. So basically the idea is the image that's on the front here, split it into 6 and you get the cards. So 1 card is going to be Mei and Zuko together. I'm not sure what the name of the card is because you can't zoom in enough on this to see what it actually says. But 1 card's going to be Mei and Zuko together. 1 card is going to be Appa kind of holding on to Katara and Aang in the middle. 1 will be Toph over here. 1 will be Sokka and Suki down here. 1 will be Momo, and 1 will be Iroh in the corner. They're the 6 cards, and you'll get them basically times 2. 1 full art, 1 with the actual effect text on it. So the display easel, I'm pretty sure is just like a little bit of a cardboard stand thing. It's not as fancy as it actually sounds. So just be aware of that. This one here, slightly cut off on the side, but I think you can see most of it. Obviously, we're going to get full-on armored Appa as one of the cards. Katara, Book 3 Katara from the Invasion is going to be one of the cards. I'm guessing the one over here for the top right corner is just going to be like Fire Blast as like a spell or something like that. So this one doesn't look super thematic, but it should be an interesting kind of standard spell for magic in the corner. Down in the corner here we have the Foggy Swamp Tribe here. So Hugh, Do, and Tho is interesting. You have Sokka in his full kind of warrior getup here, and then another Toph card in the corner here, Toph on the walls. So pretty interesting, though kind of odd that like the only Aang appearance is going to be here in the kind of Catan card from the end of the series. So they're very cool. And again, if you're not going in for collector boosters, like these seem like a really cool way to get some of those kind of high-end alternate art cards, as well as to pick up a few packs. Like you buy both of these, you're getting 12 full art cards plus 12 art cards and 6 packs. So these are cool. I thought we were actually only going to get one of these, but we're getting 2, which is actually quite exciting. So that's that. Next is the Jumpstart pack. Now, keep in mind, with Jumpstart, there's going to be Jumpstart booster boxes as well. This specifically is a specific product that is 2 Jumpstart packs in one. The idea being that, like it says there on the pack, shuffle 2 and play. Each pack of Jumpstart is effectively a themed half deck. So as you can sort of see here on the cover of this one here, the idea is that 2 theoretical themes for Avatar Jumpstart is going to be, I'm guessing, cabbages and bears. I doubt it's as specific as like specifically Cabbage Merchant and specifically Bosco the bear. I'm guessing it's more just overall bears, as in if you pull the Bosco pack, you will have Bosco as maybe your main event card who has the most fanciest effect, but you're probably going to also have an armadillo bear in there and some of the other bear animals in Avatar and cards that will support that sort of a theme. If you get the Cabbage Merchant pack, sure, you'll get a Cabbage Merchant card, but you're probably also going to get maybe the Cabbage Cart and other cards that maybe facilitate what that will do, like related to like food tokens or something like that. But there will also be, I suppose, more basic themes as you go through. We haven't seen more of the pack art, so we don't know for sure. But, you know, you have to assume there's going to be like a firebender theme, a waterbender theme. They might even be more specific than that. Not all of them, I think, are going to be as absolutely unique as probably bears and cabbages, but these are some of the highlight themes that will be available from Jumpstart packs. So again, you can get individual Jumpstart packs, you can get the double pack here, or Jumpstart booster boxes are also on the list of products that we have for this set. So yeah, Jumpstart booster box. How many packs is it in a box? Yeah, 20 cards in a pack, of course, and you get the theme card. 24 packs in a box. So there is likely going to be quite a few different themes available for Avatar Jumpstart. So that could be quite interesting. It doesn't seem like we have pictures for like some of the other stuff, like I said. Like we don't seem to have images of, for instance, the collector booster packs by themselves, the standard play packs by themselves, the play booster box, or the Jumpstart boxes. The other things we have are this is a cool item, the beginner box here. So you can see in the corner it says what this is. There are 2 instant play decks, there are 2 learn to play guides, and 8 Jumpstart decks. So you can see this is another Jumpstart related product, where you're effectively, when you get the beginner box, treat this as sort of like a board game type thing for Avatar Magic. You are getting 10 locked in, the same in every copy of this thing, decks. And the idea with Jumpstart is that you choose 2 of them, your opponent chooses 2 of them, and you have a unique game. You can then switch it up, swap it around, because there are 10 available. The reason they separate 2 of them out is because as a complete beginner box, 2 of the decks are going to be in a state where it basically will tell you don't shuffle these. If you are having your first Magic game, treat these as is, draw directly off the top, follow the rule book, and they will guide you step by step, card by card, through how to play basically a full game of Magic. If you want the absolute beginner's style thing. If you already know to play, of course, just jam 2 of the decks together, the half decks together, and you can start playing. With the idea, of course, being that the beginner box plus a bunch of Jumpstart packs, you just keep adding on to how many kind of unique options that you have. If complicated deck building isn't really your thing, you might really want to go in on Avatar Jumpstart, because of course there's going to be lots of Avatar cards in here. Maybe there's not as much of an opportunity to get the fancy alternate arts in Jumpstart stuff, but if you want to play Avatar Magic, the Jumpstart stuff is definitely the way they're directing you to kind of go down. And then, yeah, we have the bundle, which I already basically went over. So I think that's pretty much everything that we know about. Because there was nothing quote-unquote new here. Because, yeah, we went over the beginner box, the bundle. The gift edition bundle is the Commander's bundle. Collector booster we went over, the Jumpstart 2-pack. We didn't see what the Jumpstart booster box looks like, but it will have art somewhat like that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cabbage Merchant is actually on that. So it leaves us with just, we haven't seen the play booster stuff, which is kind of odd because that's like the main event kind of product, the standard booster pack. So there's that. And then, yeah, we haven't seen the pre-release item. Just for context on what this is if you attend your local store's pre-release event, you get this box that basically has 5 play boosters. You get a foil promo card. You get an elemental pack, which I think is just sort of like a seeded pack of cards. It's not quite a booster pack, but it's not quite like, you know, it's not fully random, but it's not like fully set in stone every card you're getting. There's a bit of randomness, I suppose, based on what colors. And I think the idea is it just helps you to facilitate building a deck from your 5 packs and promo card. This is not going to be something you can order from Amazon. This is more like you have to order through a local game store, whereas all the other products will be just available from anywhere that sells Magic cards. So that's really cool, just that we have this stuff. We have a lot of this stuff out of the way. It obviously highlights pre-orders are going to be going live probably tomorrow with the stream. So either in the hours before, maybe during the stream, maybe immediately afterwards, the stuff is going to go live. So if you want to really get in on this and order your stuff, now's kind of the time to go. The advice I would just give about this stuff, because it is going to be somewhat expensive, not just the collector boosters, but pretty much everything across the board. Like these packs, even the standard ones, are more expensive than your standard Magic set, because they're kind of putting the licensing fee for the set on the customer. Remember, it is typically cheaper to get these cards as singles after the fact from like TCG Player, Card Market, stuff like that. If you've never done that before, it might be a slightly complicated situation ordering cards like individually on the third kind of party kind of market style thing. But you probably will ultimately save yourself a lot of money, because it's going to be so much money to try and pull basically every card from the set just from opening up booster packs. I understand a lot of us as Avatar fans are probably going to want to open up a certain amount of booster packs, get a certain amount of these products, but just the advice to be like, unless you are super into it and that's what you want, you know, you maybe don't need to order as many like booster boxes and stuff like that as you absolutely think. Like myself, just kind of going through the list of stuff, I'm definitely going to try and get the 2 bundles for sure. Definitely to get the 2 scene things, because it's an easy way to just buy the product. You get a bunch of full art cards, and you get, in this case, 3 packs. If you buy the bundle, you're getting 9 packs. The other bundle, you're also getting 9 packs plus 1 collector booster, which if I do manage to get a Commander bundle, yeah, that's probably going to be the only collector booster I open from the set. And the stuff that is exclusive to the collector set, I'll probably just try and buy in the third-party market. Because, for instance, you know, the main Aang card that we had revealed, the double-sided Aang, it says here that this Aang is only available in raised foil and only in collector boosters. Now, you can still get this card that has this effect. There will be an alternate art version of this, I suppose the standard art version of this, that will be available in the main set. But if you do want this Brian Konietzko art, you can only get it from collector boosters or buying it from a third-party seller, basically, when the set actually comes out. These are kind of things you do have to keep in mind here. Now, it will be complicated because of the lineup of products that we have here, where we have 3 separate booster products. Now, ultimately, the play booster and collector booster stuff isn't maybe as bad as you maybe might think, because effectively you're going to be able to get quote-unquote like, I don't know, 80-85% of cards from play boosters. The kind of 15 or so % of alternate arts that are not available in play boosters, you get in collector boosters. The Jumpstart stuff is going to be a little bit up in the air until we know a lot more about what cards are in the set. I'm guessing there will be a mix of stuff that's already in the main set, There will be certain amounts of unique cards that are only in the Jumpstart packs, as well as like reprint stuff as well. But again, we will have to wait and see on that. So I do think it's one of those things where like it depends on like, I think you have to ask yourself as like an Avatar fan, what sort of experience do you want to have with the Avatar Magic the Gathering stuff? Do you want to open up tons and tons of packs? Do you want to put all the money in and just open a lot of packs? If you do, then yeah, go ahead, buy all the stuff that you want. But if you're actually kind of like, when you break it down, actually the pack opening experience, like I'd like to open a few packs, but I just kind of want the collection of cards at the end, then yeah, maybe all you want to do is get the set items. So get your beginner box, get your 2 scene boxes, and maybe grab the 2 bundles so you get the promo cards as part of them. And then maybe leave a lot of the booster pack stuff until the actual like standard booster packs and booster boxes stuff until maybe a later buying decision. See what you pull, what you didn't pull, and pick up more packs if you want, or just go for singles after the fact. Myself, as a content creator where like I do want to open up a bunch of this stuff, my idea is probably that like, yeah, I'm going to get the booster box, beginner box, bundle, gift edition bundle. I probably will get a play booster box, the 2 scene boxes, of course. Maybe try and grab a pre-release carton if I can, but it's not super high on my priority list. Jumpstart is one of those ones where, like, yeah, like I said, I need a little bit more information right now on what the exact makeup of the set is in comparison to the other ones, but I can definitely see myself grabbing at least a couple of Jumpstart packs just to add onto the beginner box so that there's a little bit more variety in terms of that just easy gameplay element, because I do want to actually play Avatar Magic the Gathering as well. And that's the other thing. If you're not interested in collecting, then probably you stay away from actually a lot of the stuff. If you just want to play, go for the beginner box and Jumpstart packs and grab other stuff if you are interested in it. And that's the way to go, because it doesn't seem like there's like commander decks with this, which is so odd. Like, I think the commander bundle thing is so odd that I think a lot of people are like, why is there no commander decks as part of this product, but there's a commander bundle? Again, like I said, my guess is that the 5 promo cards are legendary creatures, so they can be used as your commander. Otherwise, I'm not actually sure. They might be using this as a bit of the product to be like, hey, there's maybe an insert in here about how to play commander, but it doesn't really look like the box is, maybe like what's in it is built to really be particularly commander focused. Like, can you even build a commander deck from what ultimately is like 10 packs and a couple of extra cards? I think you'd have to pull well to make that happen. Actually, I suppose you include lands, and technically you could, but I don't think that in any way is a reasonable way to play the game. So I don't know. We'll see what they maybe say in the stream tomorrow about the whole commander bundle thing. But right now I'm just like, I don't really know what they mean by that. Anything else to cover here? So yeah, the stream is tomorrow. It's at 10 a.m. Pacific because when they revealed the UA card over SDCC, they did say it was at 10 a.m. Pacific. And I think if you go to twitchtv.magic, it's scheduled for 10 a.m. Pacific. So just to be aware of that, mainly because of when pre-orders are probably going to go live. But keep your eyes and ears open now that the product images have gone live. That is a clear indication. Pre-orders on all the main sites are going to be happening soon-ish. So there's that. Otherwise, like, just, yeah, mechanics. Like, we want to know in the stream what water bend does. We want to know what fire bending does. And is there a particular difference between, like, yeah, fire bending versus fire bend? Does one just trigger the other? Those are interesting kind of ideas to think about. The Katara card, of course, is based around kind of the ally mechanic. How much of that is there in the set? But there's still questions like, for instance, like, what is the other color that really hasn't been focused on much in the cards that we've seen so far is black. What cards, what types of, what nations, bendings, what characters are going to be in black within the set? Is it just going to be the villain color, or is there going to be something more to that than we know right now? But Yeah, that's pretty much, I think, everything we have until we get more information from the stream tomorrow. I'm assuming maybe some of the other images, the stuff that I mentioned, like we didn't actually get here right now, will probably go live maybe before that. But I think I've done a decent job about explaining kind of what the various stuff actually is. A lot of your buying decision about maybe how much you want to go in on collector boosters versus play boosters will depend on what cards are exclusive to collector boosters versus not. And we won't find that out until like the full spoiler for the set is out and we know kind of every single card. But you can see that the idea of most of the stuff is that either it's some sort of a starter beginner product, one of the different kind of booster products, or something like that, or it's just a bundle of packs with some promo cards. It's complicated if you have never experienced the kind of lineup before, of what they have here, and there are a lot of products these days, but that is the situation that we kind of have right now. I would be surprised if there's anything kind of more beyond this, but that's what we know of right now. So in the comments, let me know what your thoughts were on some of these first images revealed about the Avatar Magic the Gathering products. What are you feeling? What do you think is going to be revealed on the stream tomorrow? But that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.